Welcome back. This is Primetime News on MTV Sports. Taking a look at some other local news, the Tamil National Alliance says that the party would consider joining the proposed Parliamentary Select Committee to find a political solution. However, the party noted that for this to take place, the government should not look at the TNA in a negative light. Now, the TNA also notes that the government should provide an assurance that they would not be cheated once again. According to Indian media reports, TNA leader parliamentarian R. Sambandhan made this statement following a meeting with the Indian Minister of External Affairs S.M. Krishna in New Delhi today.
The Atomic Energy Authority says that discussions will be held with the Indian authorities on the issues that Sri Lanka is likely to face by the construction of the Kundamkulam nuclear plant in South India. Chairman of the Atomic Energy Authority, Dr. Ranjit Wijewardena, said that delegates from the two countries will meet in New Delhi tomorrow to discuss the assistance that can be provided by India in the event of a nuclear accident. A delegation from Sri Lanka left for New Delhi today based on an invitation extended by India. The 6-member delegation comprises of 2 representatives from the Ministry of External Affairs, 2 representatives from the Ministry of Power and Energy, as well as 2 representatives from the Atomic Energy Authority. The chairman of the Atomic Energy Authority said that the aim of the discussions is to seal a bilateral agreement on the measures that should be taken in the event of a nuclear accident.
On Tuesday afternoon, Ampara town experienced heavy rainfall after a lapse of 6 months. According to the Met Department, the rainfall was recorded at 33 millimeters. When this rainfall would merely wash away the dirt on most streets, the traffic flow was disrupted on DS Senanayaka Street. Action TV revealed on 5 occasions between the 13th of July last year and the 19th of March this year the issues that cropped up in connection to the project launched to carpet 880 meters of the street. Not even the Ampara Urban Administration was satisfied with the program plan and the construction standards of the project, which has an estimated cost of 137 million rupees.
In the future, the Urban Council cannot take any responsibility for this, because by roads should be raised accordingly. There should be a drainage system as well. We know in the future this will be a problem.
During a meeting which was held 14 days after the revelation made by Action TV, the engineer of the Road Development Authority in charge of supervising the work stated that the cracks had occurred owing to drunk individuals walking on the drains. After the carpeting was done in a hurry during several government holidays, it was wasted in the public.
When they finished work, we also told them some of the weak points, but no one in the city mentioned them. Likewise, there are problems. The same contractor might not come again.
The senior minister expressed these views when steps were taken to carpet the remaining 600-meter stretch of DS Senanayaka Street with an estimated cost of 120 million rupees in line with the Data Kihul exhibition. Isn't it wrong to carpet another 600-meter stretch of the road without first correcting the problems that cropped up in the 880-meter newly carpeted stretch? The chairman of the Road Development Authority, this is over to you.
Moving on to news from the House of Legislation, UNP parliamentarian Ravi Karunanayake questioned the independence of the judiciary in Parliament today.
The matter regarding the JSC doesn't come under me particularly. It is under subject under the President. අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ස්වාධීනත්වය අපි රැකනවා.
Speaking in Parliament today, Minister of Justice Rauf Hakim said that the report on the implementation of the death penalty has been sent through the Minister of Prisons. The minister said that the report will be directed to the President.
Since 2002, there are about 200 persons who are on death row and who have been imprisoned for life. What is being done about them? For several years now, there have been questions regarding their future. Please ask this question from the Justice Minister. Can you include a time frame and please tell us when the prison officials' gratuity and overtime allowance issues are going to be resolved? I cannot give you an exact answer. The calculations have to be made. We obtained the necessary funds and resolved this problem last time as well. When I asked the prison's minister, he asked me to talk to you. If you would please tell us what you plan to do with regard to their future. This has become a major issue. We have received a report by the prison's minister regarding those who have received death sentences. We are considering this and will submit a report to the president because the final decision in this matter rests with the president.
දැන් ඒක අපි ඒ සලකා බලාගෙන යනවා. ඒ පිළිබඳ වාර්තාව අපි අතිගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමාට ලබා දෙනවා. මොකද එතුමා තමයි අන්තිමට ඒ පිළිබඳ තීරණය ගත යුත්තේ.
In other local news, the convener of the Free March organization, Attorney at Law Gunaratna Vandinayaka, says that the statement made by UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe that the judiciary has played a big role in attempting to destroy the UNP is one which could be used to file charges against him. Now, he also points out that the opposition leader has alleged that the judiciary has become politicized.
The attorney at law pointed out that even the print media reported that opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe had made such a statement during the recently held UNP parliamentary group meeting. History shows that the UNP leader usually leaves the country when burning issues crop up in the country. He is a leader who does not fulfill the responsibilities of the opposition. And as the opposition leader, he is vested with the responsibility of protecting the independence of the judiciary. Ranil Wickremesinghe is an individual who relies on the tax money of the innocent people. He has a greater responsibility to protect the independence of the judiciary because he is a lawyer. The opposition leader making statements that the judiciary is taking steps to destroy the party is a serious issue. He has no right to make such statements, and the court is not inclined to make rulings in his favor as well. I need to make it clear at this occasion that legal proceedings could be initiated against him. However, we should be happy that even when under dictatorial leadership, people like Deputy Leader Sajid Premadasa, Sujeeva Senasinghe and Rosie Senanayake are stepping onto the streets and moving forward in the fight to protect the independence of the judiciary. The UNPers are very lucky. Lawyers point out that the judiciary is an important organ that ensures democracy and good governance under any regime, and a place where the common man of the country could go to seek justice.
In other local news, today is the second day of the Mega Fiesta Fair and Exhibition. News First is the media sponsor of the event, which is being held at the President's College grounds in Maharagama. Mega Fiesta commenced yesterday and will go on till Sunday.
The event organized by the President's College Old Boys Union saw a huge crowd yesterday. A musical show added color to the event. The event will also feature the News First Eslan educational program Danabuthu Sayane on Saturday and on Sunday.
In news from our business desk, speaking to reporters at a news conference in Tokyo today, the head of the International Monetary Fund, Christine Lagarde, said that the recovery and growth of the global economy has been hampered by uncertainty.
The 2012 IMF World Bank annual meeting are taking place in Tokyo, Japan. At a press conference held ahead of the meeting, the managing director of the IMF, Christine Lagarde, said that member countries will need to go through what needs to be done to make sure that recovery is not just a little bounce, but is really there for the longer term and is sustainable. She had pointed out that the global economic crisis has affected the low-income countries the most, and as a result, the prices of goods in those countries could increase and poverty would rise in those areas. She further stated that while the traditional stakeholders in the global economy are engrossed with their own problems, many new players are staking a claim in the global economy. The IMF report issued ahead of the meeting shows that the economies of Asian countries, including Sri Lanka, would grow at 6.7%.
Warrants were issued on parliamentarian Upeksha Swarnamali and her husband by the Nugegoda Magistrate Court today. This was because both parties failed to appear in court when the case pertaining to the charge that Swarnamali had been assaulted by her husband was taken up today. Although both parties arrived in court after the warrants were issued, the case was not taken up for hearing once again. A decision was to be arrived at today on whether to proceed with the case.
In other news from the courts, the British national accused of stealing match tickets of the ICC World T20 has been handed a 5-year suspended prison sentence. Now, the suspect submitted a plea of guilty before the Colombo Chief Magistrate and asked that he be pardoned. The suspect had stolen the tickets from a counter located at a sports ground on Stanley Vijay Sundaramawatha in Colombo 7.
Water levels recede at Mahaveli reservoirs. Cropland in the north-central province and several other areas damaged. A water crisis emerged due to overcultivation. The meeting for the Maha season has not been held as yet. When croplands were destroyed, even when the decisions were taken at the right time, what will happen with this meeting being delayed?
Five new national records were set on the third day of the track and field meet at the 28th All-Ireland School Games today. As of now, Joseph Vaz College, Venapur, leads in the boys category, while Valala A. Ratnayaka College, Central College leads in the girls category.
Lahiru Prasanjit of Takshila College, Horana, was able to set national records in the under-19 boys 400-meter hurdles event this morning in the games which are taking place at the D.A. Rajapaksa Stadium in Veliatta. He recorded a time of 53.56 seconds in this event. Nalanda College, Colombo also set a national record by recording a time of 43.08 seconds in the 100-meter relay event in the boys category. R. Vinisha of Mahamaya Girls High School emerged victorious in the under-17 high jump event after clearing a height of 1.58 meters. HJH Sanjula of Ananda Central College was the winner of the under-17 javelin throw event after clearing a distance of 60.1 meters.
Moving on to some cricket news, former Indian captain Anil Kumble has been named the new head of the International Cricket Council's Cricket Committee, replacing former West Indies skipper Clive Lloyd.
The ICC board agreed to unanimously appoint the former Indian captain as the new chairman of the ICC Cricket Committee. 41-year-old Kumble also heads the Indian Cricket Board's technical committee and remains the country's most successful bowler, claiming 619 test and 337 one-day international wickets with his leg spin. In a separate reshuffle, committee member Ian Bishop did not seek an extension to his term, and the former West Indies batsman was replaced by England's Andrew Strauss, who retired from all forms of cricket at the end of August. In Colombo, the board received applications and agreed to award Netherlands and Zimbabwe $1.5 million each and $3 million to the West Indies all over 3 years. Cricket Canada also made an application and were asked to resubmit next year. The ICC board was informed that all 10 full members now have implemented both the domestic anti-corruption and anti-doping codes.
The qualifying match of the Champions League 2020 between UAE Next and Trinidad and Tobago ended as a no result due to rain.
Test out the resolve, the caliber, the technique of the...
Trinidad and Tobago, who were put to bat first after losing the toss, posted a total of 181 for the loss of 3 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. Opening batsman William Perkins scored 32 of 15, while his counterpart Lendl Simmons scored 34 of 39 deliveries. Darren Bravo and Dinesh Ramdin put up a 4th wicket stand in an unbeaten 95 runs. Bravo was unbeaten on 54 of 42 balls, which included 9 boundaries. Dinesh Ramdin scored 50 runs in 31 deliveries, which consisted of 6 boundaries and 1 6. Andrew McDonnell ended with figures of 28 for 1. Chasing a target of 182, UAE Next lost their first wicket when opener Dilshan Munawira was dismissed without troubling the scorers. However, the match was abandoned due to bad weather.
Disappointed in the same breath, they're having to leave the...
And that was Look at our Primetime News today.
Remember, you can log on to our website at www.newsfirst.lk to read up on any of the stories that we had tonight. You can also follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and you can download the News First app, which is available on Apple and Android platforms. For Primetime News, I'm Nadim Majid.
And I'm Punshani Abedisingh. Good night.